Hey, back again. In my last video when I was talking about my 6-month review of the Nintendo Switch, I realized I went into a really long rant about my #1 recommended product for the Nintendo Switch. So I'm just going to do it as a completely separate video to not waste too much time and scare people away from a really long video that's probably really crappy. If you guys are familiar with Wolf Den, if you're familiar with Spawnwave, and I think even RGT, and a bunch of other YouTubers, like countless other YouTubers, have put this product out on their forum, on their videos, and recommended them, and that's why I picked mine up. I picked mine up mostly because of Bob Wolf. So thank you for emptying my wallet. I actually wound up buying 2 of them. Bob, I hate you. But the product is from a company called 8Bitdo. They put out a whole line of Bluetooth controllers. These are mostly geared, I would say, towards the side-scrolling platformer fans in the game. People that love playing games like Castlevania, Super Mario, anything side-scroller. It's geared towards them because it finally gives you that thing that everybody's been begging for, is that D-pad. Without breaking the bank and going for a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, which to me, even though I am going to pick one up so I can do a review for you guys, is a little too much money. $70 I feel is asking a lot for a controller for a baseline fan or a baseline enthusiast. I understand there's companies out there, Controller Chaos and Scuff Gaming, that offer controllers that range anywhere from $140 on up to $200, $230, but those are for a niche market and for mostly competitive gamers. I don't think you're gonna find those on Nintendo, and $70 for a controller is almost pushing it a little too much, especially when you can get a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One controller, baseline controller, for way cheaper. So the product is the 8Bitdo SNES30 Pro. It is pretty damn close to an exact feel of the original Super Nintendo controller. The only differences being that you have 2 joysticks on the bottom, which create a bevel on the bottom of the controller, and a bevel on the back so that they have room for the electronics. And instead of having 2 shoulder buttons like L1 and R1, you have 2 on each side, just like you have with the Joy-Con and any other modern day controller, to help you play games other than side scrollers on the Switch. I use this more often than not when the system is in docked mode. You're playing by yourself and you don't have any other Bluetooth devices around you. You don't have any lag at all. I love using this to play Splatoon. I use it for Fortnite. I play all of the NES classics that they've released on Nintendo Switch Online with this controller. Never really had any issues. Sometimes you have a little bit of an issue connecting it to the system every time you turn the system on, but that's usually resolved in the matter of seconds. It's not enough to cause a headache. It's just like, okay, alright, I gotta go through the start process again. But I've never had an issue where it doesn't want to connect itself. The feel of the D-pad is probably a little better than the Super Nintendo's of the original, mostly because it's probably newer technology, a little bit tighter manufacturing. But I mean, when you hold this next to an original NES or SNES controller, it brings back that nostalgic feel. The one major issue that I've never had an issue. People have asked me, like friends in real life have asked me about the battery life for the controller. I've never really had too much of an issue with the battery life, mostly because I don't know how long the battery lasts. Most of the time I'm playing close enough to my TV or close enough to my monitor where I'll have this just plugged into the USB port. And more often than not, I will just always plug it into charge whenever I'm done playing, either for the day or for the night. I'll plug it in usually when I go to sleep, so I don't run into an issue with that. The big issue that I've run into, however, is when you have the Joy-Cons in their Joy-Con grip and you have that hooked up to the system and you're using this as either your primary or second player controller, you will experience a little bit of a lag with this controller. It seems to just be something with the way that the Bluetooth communicates with the system. It's nothing more than anything you can control by turning anything else Bluetooth off in the room. It's just the way that the controller communicates, and it kind of dampens the gameplay. But I'm gonna also try this with the Nintendo Switch Pro controller and see if you still get the same kind of lag from this to while playing with the Pro controller. I feel like the issue might be coming from when you have the two Joy-Cons in the grip. You have those two devices hooked up to the system via either the IR or the Bluetooth, and then you add this and it causes a little bit of a delay. So I'm going to try the Pro controller and see if maybe only just that one communicating device solves the lag with this device. I haven't tried hooking both of these up yet, and I've never really had a reason to. I don't play that much multiplayer, like co-op with somebody next to me. Me and my wife are getting the new Super Mario game tomorrow, so that's going to change, which is why I'm picking up a Pro controller, hoping that I can use a Pro controller and this guy and not experience a super amount of lag. But for $44, $42, it fluctuates in price usually on Amazon. I'll see it anywhere from $40 to $47. Depends on the day of the week and the time of the day you wake up in, I guess. You can't beat the price. It's got motion controls, so it's got the gyro in it, so if you're a Splatoon 2 player, you can use the motion controls. It's got the rumble feature. The only thing that I think it's missing that I haven't tried yet is the amiibo feature, but I think all of the third-party controllers don't have that feature because of some type of legality with Nintendo. Other than the third-party controllers that are officially licensed by Nintendo, I think there are some out there that do have the amiibo hookup feature. It's super portable. It's way more portable than a Pro controller. It's more portable than even a PlayStation controller because you don't have those like hand rest shoulders on it. The company did just release one that does have like those Nintendo legs that sit a little more comfortably in the hand, but never really had an issue with this controller at all. Feels super strong. It does not feel like a cheap controller at all. It does not feel like it was rushed or the manufacturing had any shortcuts with it at all. But yeah, if you have a Nintendo Switch and you want to play docked and you don't want to shell out $70 for a Pro controller or $80 for an additional set of Joy-Cons for your Player 2, check this guy out. I really don't think you're going to be disappointed. I think it's probably one of the best third-party accessories you can buy for your Nintendo Switch. If you have one and you like it, let me know in the comments down below. Even if you don't like it or if you've had issues with it, let me know. I want to know so I could feed that back to you guys in later videos, especially if I encounter any of the same issues. And if this video helped you decide on buying one, give me a thumbs up. And guys, remember, hitting that icon and subscribing to the channel does help us out. It lets me know that you guys like the content and you guys want more coming. I'm going to try to pump out right now 4 videos every week. They're going to go around from like either a daily vlog to a video game review or a video game accessory, or just what's big on YouTube and what's everybody talking about and my input, my, you know, not needed opinion, but you're going to get it anyway. So let me know in the comments below what you guys want to hear, what you guys want to see, and what you guys think of the videos that I'm putting out.